Yo, what's up everybody? So I wanted to make this video in support and to also raise awareness of the Farm Transparency Project to ban gas chambers happening in Australia right now. Farm Transparency Project and Chris Delforce, they are doing an amazing job of raising awareness of this issue. What is the issue? The issue is that gas chambers are being used to stun 85% of the pigs in Australia before they are slaughtered, and it is said to be a humane method of stunning. But as you can see from the footage they've collected, including a 9-hour long continuous video showing over and over the stunning process of these pigs, you'll see that it is the least bit humane. It is the furthest thing from humane. It is causing terror, agony, pain, suffering, fear, all these things, right? What's humane about this if this is the kind of emotions and feelings we are inflicting on other sentient beings? It's literally the definition of inhumane. Farm Transparency Project are doing an amazing job. Now, I was a little bit conflicted about this at first. There's a bit of a debate about should we be campaigning for single issues, such as a specific method of slaughter, or should we be spending our time on total animal liberation and abolishing all of animal exploitation? It's an interesting debate and there's good arguments on both sides. It didn't take me long though to see a lot of good in this campaign that they're doing. And you can check it all out, by the way, by going to bangaschambers.com.au. They've got all the footage, they've got 3 different slaughterhouses there showing the same type of process, the same type of suffering, etc., etc. It's powerful. And this is something, and this is what I want to get into, like why I think this is very, very good, a very, very good tactic. Gas chambers, you know, like why are we, I can't believe we're having to have this conversation of, are gas chambers good? Should we have gas chambers to stun sentient beings before we stab them in the throat? You know, like what kind of conversation is this, first of all? It's just totally insane. Absolutely ridiculous to any rational person who is aware that we can live and thrive without eating the flesh of murdered animals, which is, there's hundreds of millions of us on Earth, so I don't know what other evidence we need. There's countless studies. But anyway, the conversation is just crazy. But let's just keep it specific to ban gas chambers. Everybody is horrified by previous use of gas chambers, such as in the Holocaust in World War II. We all think of that, and that's like one of the worst things we can ever think of. What happened to those human beings in those gas chambers and leading up to it as well. Similar things, very similar things, happen to the pigs and the other animals who are also in a similar type of process of awaiting their execution. So because we are already have an idea of gas chambers and relate it to the Holocaust, one of the worst historic events ever, we should be able to get behind banning gas chambers. Because here's the thing, they're saying this is the most humane method. Now, if it was the most humane method, there would be other things on top of the list of us trying to ban. But what Chris Delforce has said, and this is how I understand what he's said, I haven't spoken to him personally about this, but this guy has been in so many slaughterhouses. He has seen more animals be slaughtered than probably anybody in terms of, at least in terms of animal rights activists. He's seen it all, man. And like, he spent, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of hours going through this footage that they've collected over the years. Now, from my understanding, what Chris has said is the gas chambers is the worst type of suffering and cruelty the animals experience from birth to death in factory farming, in the slaughterhouses. The gas chambers are the worst. Other methods of stunning are a gun which fires a bolt into their skulls. This often renders the animals unconscious instantly. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes they have to do it 5 or 6 times. It can be brutal. It's always brutal, but it can be worse than others. But the point is, if it's done correctly, it's instant, they're unconscious. Then when they're shackled upside down, stabbed in the throat, ideally, they're not conscious for it. Much better. Is this good? No, it's still fucking horrendous, but it's a better option. It's still a lesser of two evils is still evil kind of thing. I want to make that clear. Like, we're not trying to make factory farming and slaughter good. What they're doing, and this is what's so good about it, is they've identified the worst abuse. It happens to be the most common method of slaughter for pigs, the stunning part, at least, of the slaughter. They're trying to abolish it and replace gas chambers with something that causes less suffering. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. Ideally, we ban all slaughter of innocent beings, and that would be much better. But seeing how the public, citizens, are so conditioned to think they need meat to enjoy a meal, to be strong, that they just deserve it. Animals are here for us to eat. All this shit. There's so many reasons why otherwise good, non-violent citizens will still pay people for pork products, which creates a demand for slaughter, horrific violence, suffering. Anything like, if this happened to dogs or cats, people would be losing their mind. They lost their mind when it happened to humans, so they should have. And pigs are extremely intelligent, emotional, social beings who feel pain and suffer just like human animals do. If we could get enough people to, even meat eaters, even people who eat pigs, to just be like, yeah, okay, so this is the worst thing, and there's other alternatives. Bolt gun, electrocution, they're not good, but better than gassing, from my understanding, from Chris's knowledge, right? He's got I don't know who else to ask for a better understanding of that in terms of what he's saying. If we could just get everybody to be like, all right, ban gas chambers. That should be a pretty simple thing, right? That should be a simple thing we can all agree on. Gas chambers are bad. Now, what would this mean? It would mean that a lot less animals would go through a horrific experience like that. They still go through that other shit. It's fucked. But it's one step. It would mean also that maybe consumers would feel more comfortable eating animals because they're like, yeah, now we're choosing a more humane method of stunning. And that can lead to some issues as well. People have just been like, no, you said gas chambers is bad, so we're eating pigs that were stunned and killed this way. It can be a bit complicated. It's a complicated topic. Unfortunately, this is the route that we got to go. So I just want to support it because I think it's very smart, because if people, like, a lot of people are never going to change. That's facts. A lot of people are going to change when they are faced with the reality of what happens to these animals, and also the reality of we don't need to eat animals to survive and thrive. So getting us all together to ban gas chambers, the Australian public, who are supposed to be animal lovers, who are supposed to be clear thinking individuals, should be able to see just 1 minute of this footage at bangaschambers.com.au and be like, right, this is not okay. I'm not okay with this. I don't want to support this. I don't want to fund this. I don't want to create a demand for this. So I will sign that petition at bangaschambers.com.au. All right, or whatever it is. It's a letter to Parliament, something like that. It's something. But more importantly, stop purchasing these products. Really, you shouldn't be purchasing any animal products. They're all products from slaughter. All these animals are Holocaust victims. A Holocaust is a mass slaughter of innocent beings. They're all Holocaust victims, whether it's done in a gas chamber, electrocution, bolt gun, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, if we can reduce a significant amount of suffering that usually is standard in the industry, that is a massive win. I would totally get behind that. If I was one of the pigs in this situation, I would very much appreciate that increased welfare standard. So I just wanted to make this video to just be like, you fucking legends. Congratulations on an amazing campaign. You're doing so great. And to encourage everybody else who is, first of all, I encourage everybody to go check out some of this footage. Vegans and people who still eat animals, check it out. Be reminded what's going on behind closed doors. What don't they want you to see? Go have a look. It's hidden from you for a reason. When you go to the pork industry website in Australia, you can do a walkthrough tour of the slaughterhouse, but they don't show you the slaughter. You know, what kind of tour is this if you're not going to show the actual point of the building being there in the first place? You walk around, you don't see no slaughter. Why are they hiding it? Because it's horrific. Horrific way to treat another sentient being. So, congratulations guys on a great campaign. Everybody else, check it out. Go to the website, go to the Take Action Now thing and write the letter. And most importantly, start choosing different products. Ideally, not just products that weren't gas-chambered animals, but how about the vegan meat products that are now in every single Coles and Woolworths in Australia, in the freezer, in the fridge section. Try them out. They taste like meat, but without the gas chambers, but without the terror and the pain and the suffering. You know, this is a no-brainer, guys. And as a collective, if we all just be like, yeah, we should make this simple choice to our diet. When we go to the supermarket, instead of getting this, we will get this. Boom, still put it on the sandwich, still delicious. We all do that collectively. That is a massive step forward in our society becoming more moral. It's one of the biggest steps forward we could make. So I encourage everyone to make those steps, check out those videos, and show support. So I encourage everybody to check out those videos and show your support for Farm Transparency Project and go vegan now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.